Much of our work at AFX Search Licensed Investigators revolves around finding hidden assets. Many of our clients have a judgment, have a lawsuit, have some type of debt from a third-party individual or company where they've hidden the assets. How do we find them? Well, there's three types of hidden assets. First, they're assets that are vested elsewhere. Somebody who has a home that puts it in their mother-in-law's name. Somebody who has a car that puts it in a company name. It may be a bank account that's hidden in some other name. That's what's called a nominee trustee or outside vesting. Second type is non-titled assets such as cash, such as poker chips, anything that doesn't have a title to it or a name associated with it that can be put in anybody's name. The third type is intangible assets. Could be business goodwill, could be maybe even patents or copyrights. Even cash flows that come from other types of businesses are intangible assets, and we'll look at how to identify each one of these. So detection of any type of asset starts with, first of all, if you can find the asset, that's great. Many times if they're hidden, the identity of those assets isn't readily available. So we try to find the flow of funds to that asset. If somebody had assets that we know about, how did those assets flow into this hidden or non-titled asset? Second one is that conversion event. When was the money, real estate, car, whatever it is that the person had at one point converted to this hidden asset? That conversion creates an event. That event is very difficult to conceal. It may not be readily available. It might be needle in a haystack, but that conversion event can be detected, and that's what investigation does. More importantly, a hidden asset will have to have some type of support. If it's a house in somebody else's name, there will be repairs, there'll be insurance, there'll be maintenance, there'll be real estate taxes, homeowners association. Each one of those requires an ongoing payment. So even if that asset is hidden, every single year there are 5 or 6 events which have to maintain and support that house. If the house is put in somebody else's name, put in your mother-in-law's name, let's say, that mother-in-law is not going to want to pay the bills for a house that really isn't theirs. So there will be some payments for those events and for those support mechanisms every single year. We're going to find those payments. A lot of times they'll come from the person trying to hide assets. They may try to hide those payments, but each one's going to create an event. That one event, putting the house into somebody else's name, might be one thing to find, but every year that support and maintenance and insurance and taxes will result in that. Same thing happens with money that's put into safe deposit box, hidden in a yacht, hidden in a aircraft or vessel or other type of vehicle. Each one of those is going to require maintenance, fuel, dockage fees if it's a vessel, tie-down fees or hangar fees if it's an aircraft, even jewelry. Sometimes we find high-value jewelry hidden because of a repair to a $50,000 Rolex. A lot of times people won't try to hide that $20 payment to a jeweler to pay for the repair on an expensive watch. Or even insurance. You have expensive assets or jewelry, you have to buy insurance on it. Those payments for insurance got to come from somewhere, and we'll find those and track down that asset. If it's any other type of asset, we can also find it by access. Anybody who has something of value wants to access it. If it's a boat, they want to go on it. If it's a plane, they want to fly it. If it's jewelry, they want to wear it. Even if it's a hidden cash bank account, they're going to want to access that cash. A lot of times that happens through an ATM card. We can find that from surveillance. A lot of times if it's a out-of-town real estate like a cabin in the woods or some other type of vacation property, we'll look at travel records to find out where they're going to on a regular basis. Even something like forensics on documents will find a lot of these assets. So it doesn't matter how you hide an asset, you can't make something invisible. The money had to come from somewhere. We follow that flow of funds to get there, follow the everyday annual support of those assets. And obviously at some point, if somebody has something of value, they don't just want to keep it hidden in the closet. They want to use that asset. It's like a play toy for them. We're going to find that asset. Very rarely will we'll be unsuccessful at tracking down where somebody hides stuff, and we love to do it. If you have a situation where assets are being hidden from you or concealed, give us a call. Our website is afxsearch.com, and we'd be glad to help.